Hi everybody, welcome back to Critical Mass. Paul and I just came out of my second movie this weekend, your first. Went and saw Onward yesterday, very good movie, enjoyed it quite a bit.
I wanted to go see it.
He did, but you didn't show up, so it's your fault. But we did go see Ben Affleck's new picture, Batman Plays Basketball. And we'll let you know what we think. Is Batman any good at basketball?
And I guess that's why we're watching YouTube. Critical Mass and a new car review. Behaving like children, pointing out blunders, munching on popcorn and trashing each other. So I guess that's why we're watching YouTube.
All right, so the movie's called The Way Back. I don't know, was it based on a true story?
I think it was.
It seems like it was, just the way they did the film, and they kept saying the actual scores of games and stuff like that. I kind of think it had to be.
Yeah.
But this is not your typical sports movie, like your sports team movie, where we go from rags to riches and we follow a team through big games and big plays and all that. There was far less stories about the games and more stories about the actual people, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this was much more a drama than a sports movie.
Yeah, it was... Well, I guess it was kind of 50-50.
Although there wasn't... They might show you like a play in the game, or they might show you him getting angry in a game, but they really didn't show much until the one game.
Now, See, I like Ben Affleck.
Yep.
I liked him in The Accountant. I liked him as Batman. I thought he was an awesome Batman.
Surprisingly. We were a little worried when he was announced as Batman, but I thought he did a great job.
And he did a good job in this movie, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just like Ben Affleck. But man, this movie had no soul.
You didn't like this movie?
This movie had zero heart. Zero. Now, the subject matter is one that's very deep, you know?
Well, actually, many different subject matters if you think about it.
Yeah, well, you have a guy recovering from tragedy.
Spoiler alert?
No.
Okay,
no.
You're going to stay away from some of that? Okay.
A guy recovering from tragedy is having a difficult time and falls into an alcoholic lifestyle. And he's a tragic figure.
Mm-hmm.
And just like every other sports movie, a losing team starts winning. They go to the championship. Yay. But I didn't feel anything for anybody in this movie. Once in a while when he's talking about his family tragedies, okay, that was pretty sad. But I didn't feel the rah-rah for the sports team winning. I didn't understand why they started winning. They just all of a sudden started winning. Like, there was no build-up to it, no explanation whatsoever. I didn't see the ups and downs. All I saw was, oh, he shows up, they start winning, done.
See, this is why I'm saying this was a drama more than the sports movie, because the main character in this movie is Ben Affleck, period. The side characters are very, very minor. In other words, every basketball player, the other coaches, everybody are minor players in this movie. So they did a very, very poor job of actually building up the team aspect of their going on to victory and all this other stuff. We didn't get to see that. We saw them practicing hard. We saw them getting upset and things like that. But normally in these kind of movies, you see that turning point where it clicks in on one of the kids or it clicks in on the team as a whole. Like when you watch Hoosiers or something, you see that turning point where they come together as a team. In this, they win one game by the skin of their teeth by one guy making a shot.
And then it's a montage of like 10 victories.
Yeah, in a row. And him being angry at different points and calling the refs out and stuff like that.
Now, when they won that very important game, not the final game, but when they won the big important game, did you feel anything?
No. And that's because it's not a sports movie.
Okay, did you feel anything at any point in the movie?
Actually, I will say to myself that as a drama, I did enjoy this movie.
Oh, it was fine. Like, you're watching it, okay, this is the story. It's okay. But it's hollow.
Well, I think the part they missed is that they totally... I almost think this movie, and I kind of agreed with one other person I saw had a comment on this movie, and it was, this looked more like an award ceremony movie because it's Ben Affleck's award acting movie where there's nobody else who's carrying the movie.
Oh, okay, fine. The spotlight's on him.
The story is only about him.
But this is in no way an Oscar contender.
No, but it's what we mean by that is that when they bring out these movies that are built towards one person carrying the entire movie and it's all about their acting ability and everybody else in the movie is a secondary character. I, Tonya, secondary characters. Margot Robbie, main character. Same thing here. Ben Affleck, main character. And the trouble is, it's a sports movie. The thing that he's supposedly going and working towards and everything, we have to be connected with, and that part of the movie was missing.
I think a lot was missing in this movie. Like, so apparently swearing makes your team better because that's the only thing that happened in the movie, and suddenly they did 10 victories in a row. Yeah, he did some good acting by sitting there and drinking to sad music and eyes watering. Okay, fine. This movie's going to be forgotten in 2 days.
Well, knowing it's going up against Onward, I don't think too many people are going to go see this movie anyway.
Well, there's actually more people in the theater than I thought there would be.
It is Friday, though. You're used to seeing movies on Thursday.
Yeah, I guess.
So, but as far... Well, see, the trouble is, it's a basketball movie about a basketball team, a true event, during March Madness that's not about basketball, most of the movie. It's about alcoholism, it's about cancer, it's about getting over addictions, it's about denial, it's about all those other things, but it's not really about basketball. And I think that's going to be its downfall. I understood where they were trying to go with it, but you can't have a sports movie and show sports in all your previews without it being about sports. And you have to show that connection with the team. And unfortunately, they tried with the captain. They tried with the kid he kicks off the team and brings back. Not a big spoiler alert. That happens in every single sports movie. There's always that one kid who gets kicked off and is all sorry and comes back. Every sports movie that I can think of has that in it. So, cliches, yes. Well acted. Well acted, this movie. Is it a standout movie? I don't think so. But I'm not disappointed I saw it.
No, it was all right.
But will I watch it again? Probably not. It's one of those movies that probably not. So, well, long story short, what are you gonna give this movie?
I was gonna give it, like, I thought it would be up around 6.5. I'll give this a 5.5.
Oof, you hate this movie.
I don't. That's not a hate. That's
barely above average.
It was very disappointing. A well acted, disappointing movie.
Wow, 5.5. I'm not going to go 5.5. I came in saying 7. It's not a 7, mostly because of those points I said, where there's not enough of the sports in there to keep you involved in this movie. And it's not that it had to be about sports, but it's based around sports, so you kind of had to have some of it in there. You can't just put up headlines of a newspaper saying, hey, we win again, and have nothing. And yeah, the interaction with the team, there really was no turning point. Here's us getting together, and at the end there, spoiler, this is a mild spoiler, let's win this for the coach and blah, blah, blah. But there was no point in there that it really did that. So yeah, there's really at no point in there where it did that. So I'm going to say this is kind of a 6. It's a well-acted movie.
But completely superficial.
Yeah. Had they taken 10 minutes of the, hey, look, he's drinking every second of every frame of every movie, we get it. We get he was drinking. You didn't have to show it to us for the 30th time. We understand he's an alcoholic. But do some of the bonding with the team. And this movie would have easily gone from a 6 to a 7, maybe even an 8, had they shown...
An 8.
Hey, if they had some really good connection with the actors were good.
If this movie was a lot better, it would be an 8.
No, if they would have went a little bit more the direction of the team. Think about it. These kids in this movie were acting really well. The coaches were acting really well. All of a sudden, you get this connection with the team and you're cheering them on. The whole aspect of this movie changes from, hey, let's watch this guy drown in alcohol for 2 hours.
These are lots of assumptions.
I'm just saying, I said a 7, maybe an 8. I didn't say an 8. I said they had a possibility.
Okay.
So once again, Hollywood, you missed the boat. At least in our humble opinion. But what do we know? We don't make movies. We give you our money to go see these movies. And sometimes we wonder why. But we did. But it wasn't a horrible movie. But I'm glad I saw Onward this weekend and Paul didn't.
Yay.
Yay! Be animated. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, why not check out some of our other content down below while you hit that like button, maybe the subscribe button. And until next time, we'll see you on the channel.
And I guess that's why we're watching YouTube. Critical mass and a new car review. Behaving like children, pointing out blunders, munching on popcorn and trashing each other. So I guess that's why we're watching YouTube.